Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and a new edition of our interview series. And now it's not virtual, it is live. Actually, we are here personally in our studio in Munich. And with me here is David Suda, the CEO of Terra. And we gotta talk about a very nice deal you did today. David, good morning, and how are you doing?
Very well. Much the better for joining you and also for signing a very nice deal today with Newmont. We signed a definitive agreement, an option to earn into 100% purchase of the past producing Con mine just next to Yellowknife. So this is a big deal for us. You know, we already have a friendship, a partnership or an agreement with Newmont existing. We're drilling on ground that's just south of the mine, but now we've expanded that. And part of it is that we've also announced a private placement, which in which Newmont is going to buy approximately 7 million shares of Terra for a total amount of $1.5 million Canadian.
That's beautiful, I would say. I mean, that's also a big sign of trust for you that Newmont invests directly into your company. What for me is also interesting when I saw the press release is I had the feeling that now you can go into targets you knew already they are there, but you were like prohibited to touch the ground. Is that the right case now, that you have like it's extended your ground and that you can drill much more on the one hand, and on the other hand with the Con mine now I think they have a 1,950 meter deep shaft, so that might be a significant advantage for you.
Yeah, so there we kind of think about it as three buckets of benefit or potential that come with this agreement. And the first one is obviously that we're able to expand the area of interest that we are drilling in. You know, the first version of the agreement, our first earn-in, was really based around a fairly, conservative area. Both parties were getting comfortable with each other. And as we move forward here in this new agreement, we have the opportunity to expand that area where we're able to drill. So certainly we will be coming out to the market and with a lot of excitement about what those targets might be and what kind of potential they might have. But don't forget, we're still drilling right now.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
Targets.
Exactly.
But I'll get to the second bucket. The second bucket is that the past producing Con mine, as you said, comes with all kinds of existing infrastructure, surface rights, a mining lease, etc. So those are all great down the road, call it sort of call options, depending on how things go. Yeah. And then the third bucket, of course, is we are asking ourselves what might still be in that old mine, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It's an agreement to earn in over 4 years. So our first step is to find gold.
Exactly. And as far as I know, you always wanted to do like a 2 million ounce plus resource, but I think when you find more than 5 million ounces, which could happen, we don't know, Newmont has a back-in right. How does that work?
Yeah, so they would have the opportunity to earn back into 51% ownership of the project. We would form a joint venture and they would run it. But they would have to pay 3x the amount spent for the earn-in, which is $8 million. And then also they would have to pay for the ounces. So $30 US an ounce is the amount that is agreed upon in the terms. So certainly that would be a good problem to have. But as everybody knows, we're a walk before you run team, and we've been delivering on our promises. So let's under-promise and over-deliver for now.
Absolutely. But if I understand that correctly, then let's assume Newmont wants to back in 51%. They run the joint venture, but you still have 49%.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, like it. Perfect. So let's talk about your drills turning now. When can we expect more drill results? Where are you drilling?
Oh, man. I've been asking myself that same question all night as I check my email for drill results. Look, we have drilled so far, I think, 13 holes since July 16th. And out of that, the market has seen the results of 3. The results have been very strong, so we're very excited. That makes us even more, I check my email twice as often when I think the results are going to be good. But look, we expect to have results out soon, and we'll put them out as they come out, and we'll also try to batch them so they mean something. Just putting out one hole at a time doesn't necessarily give the market that much of an idea of what these things mean. But look, we expect news flow right through the end of this year and into next year at the rate that things are coming back. Unfortunately, turnaround times are like plus 90 days at the lab. So, we have core that's probably still sitting on the ground that hasn't been processed yet and was drilled at the end of the summer based on what we're seeing. But it will be asset. Of course it will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just takes longer. That's
I'm just trying to make the point that, the whole industry is frustrated by this. And as a result, investors are challenged because they also want to see what the results are. And as the market is starting to heat up again and people are becoming interested, those results are what are going to juice the interest and the momentum in the stock. So I think our timing is, albeit delayed, it's very good. And I think that, we haven't even gotten credit yet for the 3 holes that we did drill and release. So I think, things are lining up really nicely here with the expansion of our agreement with Newmont, their show of faith in us by making an investment, and then we're having results from a very nice looking zone coming throughout the end of this year, and we're still drilling. So pile that on top of everything else, and we've got lots of catalysts for people to look for.
Fantastic, super. So in the longer run, what might be, let's say, a longer term game plan for you? Because it looks to me like you are getting now a fast producing mine. You have infrastructure, you have already good drill results, you get much more prospecting ground, and in the north you already have a lot of ounces. So wouldn't it make sense to combine those two properties to do something big, meaning go in production, whatever, maybe with Newmont together, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to think about all these scenarios. And I think for investors, that's the most important thing to take note of. When teams see a potential anchor for a plan, a starting point, then you can talk about, doing a feasibility study, about adding to your existing resource. I think the best way to frame it without, creating unrealistic expectations is to turn people's attention to the terms of the agreement, which are, that over the next 4 years, read shorter, we hope that we can delineate 1.5 million ounces and do a pre-feasibility study. We think that we're already well on our way there with the LRX zone. And so I wouldn't be surprised if, by the end of 2022, we were in a position to do that. We have to drill again, of course, aggressively next year. And we're pretty excited about that because we know where we want to drill. And I think that every team's worst nightmare is to have a great result but not know where to repeat it.
Yeah.
And we've all been there, but this is not where we are now. We've just, been on to where we want to be, and we've expanded that with this deal. So it's pretty exciting times.
So you have a clear game plan.
Very clear.
Super.
Simple,
David? Yeah, super and simple. I love it. Yeah. David, thank you very much for the update. Appreciate it. And good luck with Newmont, of course. And we look forward to your next drilling results. Hopefully they are exciting as the past 3 you showed already. And I would say hit the ground hard because this world needs more ounces.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, David. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was David Suda, the CEO of Gold Terra, and you heard it, a deal with Newmont. And this is something really, really big for the company because Newmont, as I think even the largest gold producer in the world, working with a, let's call it, still small explorer, together investing $1.5 million into the company. That's a big sign of trust and confidence. And I would say the stock is heavily undervalued, to be honest. I did my pointed figure chart analysis. I see already a price target of 50 cents, but even might go much, much higher. But this is my personal view, of course, not the company's view. And I can only advise you, have a very close look at Gold Terra. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Munich.